fellow language learners of YouTube. If you've been around LanguageTube long enough, you have definitely heard of Stephen Krashen's comprehensible input theory. It is a theory of how people learn languages that posits that comprehension is the only important part of learning a language, that your ability to speak actually arises naturally or easily once you have reached a certain level of comprehension. So learning a language involves focusing on improving your comprehension. I'll table that thought for a second, and we're going to talk about this study. This is a study that looked at what happens in the brain as you are learning languages. So this study had two different experimental conditions. In the first one, they looked at the brains of beginning learners and advanced learners. In the second experimental condition, they looked at the same person before and after a 3-month intensive language learning program. What they actually did was put people into a functional MRI machine and looked at their brain to see what parts of their brain were active while they were reading, listening, and speaking. What they found that was really interesting was that in the comprehension-based activities, so reading and listening, the beginners comprehended the languages on the same side of the brain. But the advanced learners actually comprehended the two different languages on opposite sides of the brain, showing that as you learn a language, your brain actually separates and differentiates the neural pathways used for comprehending the two different languages. However, with speech production, it always used the same side of the brain, on the left side. Now think back to comprehensible input theory, where comprehension is the only thing necessary for fully learning a language. And then this study shows that it is comprehension that shows changes in the brain. I think further research is needed to really understand what is going on exactly, but interesting coincidence?